Welcome back, everybody. Sorry I haven't posted for some time, but due to situation, I was out of the country and was stuck, wasn't able to come back. But now I'm back, and hopefully I'll start posting a bit more. So today I want to talk a little bit about Google routines and what can be done. So we'll go over a quick setup of a routine and basically see how it works and how hard or easy it is to get done. One thing I do want to note is some of you may be aware, I do live in Middle East, and for some strange reason, which I still can't figure out, in Middle East, Google routines only available on Android devices. So I have a Android device in front of me here, right? So I have a Samsung Tab where I'm running Google Home, and as you can see, there is this little function called routines in Google Home. But if I look at the iPad right here, you clearly see that function is missing. So if you are in Middle East as well and looking at that video, to set up Google routines you will need to get an Android device, either a mobile or a pad. The good thing is you can pick them up relatively cheaply for about 50-60 bucks, and you can use them also as your dashboard moving forward. So anyways, let's look at our routines. So what are the routines? So basically the way, the simple way of understanding a Google routine is a translation of human language into an action or an execution of some command by Google, and obviously translation in a device. So as the generic term we use for Google, we say, hey Google, and the device name, and then we say the state. So for example, hey Google, bedroom lights on, or hey Google, bedroom lights off, or something like that. So with routine, you can actually change that command to something else. And that's what we'll do here. So how to set up a Google routine. So we'll go into routines, and you can see I have some already in there. We'll go manage routines. All right, and we'll go add a routine. So, and here we have few actions. So first one is we need to add the command, right? And click add the command, and that's basically we're adding what you want to say. So for this example, we'll say this is test, right? Not something usually you would say to Google. So you go okay. So it puts a command saying I say this is test. Then you can have a time and date when the command is active, right? And then we have two options. We have what assistant will do, and also you can play media. So in our case, we'll use this command to turn on the light. So we'll go add, and here you can actually type in the command what you want. Like here's an example: set volume to 50%, or ask a question, what's the weather? But we will go browse by popular actions, right? And the first one, it says adjust lights, plugs, and more, right? And you can see there's quite a lot of other things you can do, but we'll use this one. So we'll select that one, and it brings up all the devices which I have connected to Google, right? So we'll select our YouTube test, that light bulb that we generally use in this example, and we select the state, turn on, right? And we click OK. So now it created the device, right? And then you click add, right? So and it added the action to the routine, and then we go save, right? And now routine is saved and configured, right? And we go back to our Google. And so what do we do next, right? So how to execute routine. And to execute a routine, you simply just do as you normal. If I had the Google device here with me, which is currently turned off, I would say, hey Google, this is test, and in Siri it should turn on the light. But we can also use Google Assistant, and I will just move the light so we can see it, hopefully. Let me just move the light here. right? So you can see the light bulb. Here it's off, and we click this button and we say this is test, and as you can see the Google executed the routine and the light came off, right? And we'll go back, so the light is obviously on, and we'll just scroll down, find the light, and we'll turn it off here. Right, and the light came off. So you see, it's relatively simple, but Google Routines, it's a lot more than just, you know, basically turning on and off a device, right? So, for example, let's say if you have a smart remote control, right? So I have a device, and let me see here somewhere, IR remote, right? So the Google doesn't actually understand the commands to the device. So what you do is you use Google Routines, and I will show you in my routines, right? So I use smart IR connected to power bank to control the candles, right? And I have a routine here, candle. Let me just get back here. Sorry about that one. Manage routine. Yeah, and I have two routines called candle on and off, right? And you know, if we look at it, actually runs the adjust scene actions. Instead of turning on the device, it sends a scene change command to the IR infrared remote, and that either turns off or on the candles, and it also can change the colors and everything, right? So there's quite a lot you can do with routine, and they seem to be quite powerful. And from what I've seen, Google does introduce a few enhancements to them over time. And you know, the big thing is that we quite often want to do is counters, so you can also do counters with Google Routines. So let's say if you want to switch a device on, run it for X amount of time, and then switch it off, so you can do that. You generally can also do that with the device native apps, but you know, if you're controlling everything from Google, you might as well run it through Google, since it's probably a bit better. So what else I can say? Yeah, so routines, it's cool feature, very cool feature, very useful, and you know, you can use just about any, you know, basic or normal sentences that you would use to execute commands through Google. So it is quite useful, and it makes interaction with Google that much easier and more human friendly, I would say. So I think that's about it for routines. We've seen how to set them up, what they can do, and you know, it's relatively easy. Try it out, see how you go, and you know, if you like it, subscribe to my channel, give it a like. If not, well, enjoy the video. I hope you've enjoyed it, and we'll see you next time. Thank you for watching. Take care and stay safe.